All right, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Malachi Wright. I'm coming back to you all with another video. And in this particular video, I'm going to be discussing how I got a full tuition scholarship to Howard University School of Dentistry. And I'm on my way driving right now. I just left the gym. It's July the 24th, I believe. Hopefully this video comes up within the next couple of days. But I'm on my way to pick up some dinner. I think I'm going to do Cordoba tonight. But on my way driving there, I thought that would be a great opportunity for me to talk to you guys about how I got my full tuition scholarship at Howard University School of Dentistry. So for many of you all who don't know, Howard University is a dental school located in Washington, D.C. I grew up in College Park, Maryland. And College Park, Maryland is around, I would say around like 15-20 minutes away from the Washington, D.C. And the church that my dad was a reverend at was in Washington, D.C. So it was called Uniontown Baptist Church. So I basically grew up in Southeast Washington, D.C. for the first, I'll say around 15, 18 years of my life, until I went off to college. And I was heavily involved with the community over there in Southeast Washington, D.C. through my church, being involved in community service endeavors, feeding the homeless over there and doing a lot of prison ministry stuff with my dad, a whole bunch of stuff. So I was quite familiar with serving the area of Washington, D.C. I was quite familiar with Howard University, and I decided that it was a school that I was going to apply to. During my sophomore year of college at Prince George Community College, I was sent an email by my academic advisor, Miss Kimberly Johnson. No, she was my scholarship advisor, actually, my special scholarship advisor. And she sent out an email to everybody in the cohort and was like, basically, hey guys, if you're interested in a career in a healthcare profession, Howard University is hosting something called their Advanced College Scholar Enrichment Program, something of that nature. It was a 6-week or 7-week program throughout the summer, somewhat similar to like a SHEP program, but it wasn't SHEP. It was something totally different with their College of Pharmacy. Now, Dr. Tiffany Green and multiple other individuals run the program, and they're really kind people. I decided to apply, and I was accepted for the cohort for that year. And that program basically exposed me to Howard University's College of Dentistry. And in that program, we went over like anatomy stuff, some orgo stuff, and biochemistry stuff, pharmacology, a whole bunch of stuff. Hopefully you guys can see me because it's kind of dark over here. Turn the light on. But we went over a whole bunch of stuff. And that was like the first time I was exposed to medical terminology, different things like that. And to keep in mind, all this stuff was online, so the program was virtual. I'm going to post a picture of the program here and some of the virtual stuff that we were doing. And they run the program every single year. It's a great program for networking. They had guest speakers come to speak to us about dentistry, medicine, pharmacy, a whole bunch of different things. So you could definitely be exposed to the different avenues in healthcare and the interdisciplinary, one of that's you guys know what I'm trying to say. How those professions intertwine with one another and how they work together to cultivate and create overall healthcare for that patient that's sufficient to provide them optimal care. And so while in that program, I did that program for 2 years, and my second year in the program, I was able to come back and talk to the students there about how to maintain a high GPA undergrad, the things that I was doing to maintain a high GPA, and how the program has helped me throughout my undergraduate career. And that was really impactful for me, and I had a fantastic time in that program. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, fast forward about a year later, I'm applying to dental school, and Howard University is a school that definitely is going to ask you a lot of questions for their secondary applications. And I do believe that they evaluate their scholarship criteria based off of a holistic review of your application. So it's not only about GPA and DAT scores. Although those things are important, it's not something that's just going to set you away from getting that scholarship or not. So try to be as competitive as possible, but but don't think that you might not get a scholarship if you have like a 3.5 or a 3.4 or whatever it is. It's all open to interpretation. But at the end of the day, I interviewed at Howard after I applied. The secondary essays that I wrote, they were asking me about, why I wanted to apply to Howard, my mission in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and a plethora of things. And I really talked about how growing up really close to Southeast Washington, D.C., being engaged with the community of Washington, D.C., and really engaging with the community of Howard University through their program, and the individuals who mentored me, not in the aspect of dentistry, but in other avenues of life at my church, who attended Howard University School of Divinity or whatever it was, really motivated me to, want to potentially attend their school. So when I elucidated that in my secondary essays, I mentioned the program I was involved with at Howard University, and I mentioned how Howard University is doing beautiful things for the African American community and communities globally. It was something that I genuinely do believe in, and I think that if I did not attend University of Maryland, Howard University was definitely my second option, next to UPenn and Columbia. So with that being said, I submitted my application to Howard University, and then once I submitted my application, obviously I got an interview, and that was it was the second interview I received after Columbia University. That was the first interview I had, though. And during that interview, they, told us that they offer merit-based scholarships. They said that they offered 3 merit-based scholarships, obviously the top one being the full tuition scholarship to Howard University. And when I heard that scholarship, I was like, wow, that's definitely amazing. And fast forward, the interview was really, really, really relaxed. One of the things that Dr. Reginald Salter, who is a faculty member at the school, stated was that, if you're not nervous about the interview, then that means that you don't care about the institution. If you're nervous, then you care. But that doesn't mean that you have to allow those nerves to cause you to shut down while you're interviewing. So I kept that in mind, and I stayed as calm as possible and poised as possible. I kind of have a little bit of experience with that, though, since I've been on multiple news interviews and stuff like that. So I don't get really too stage frightened when I'm interviewing with somebody or speaking about things that I've done. So the interview was very conversational. There were 2 students and 1 faculty member. And in that interview, they asked about my DAT score, they asked about my GPA, but most importantly, they asked about what I was doing in the community and how I was giving back to the community of Washington, D.C., working with GSEP programs, installing solar panels in the communities and all those different things. So I think what's more so important is being able to elucidate the experiences that you have and how they relate to you wanting to be a healthcare provider through the field of dentistry. And I find that, in my journey so far, being a academic consultant expert for medical and dental students with my company BMO that I work for, a lot of students have a hard time elucidating those stories and being able to connect the dots between why they did something and how it relates to dentistry. And I think for a lot of schools, it really questions the reasoning behind you wanting to do certain things and whether or not your reasoning was genuine or if because you want to have a check off of a box. So fast forward, after my interview went really well, it was very conversational. I then wait until December the 15th. I obviously get an acceptance on December 15th. If you haven't seen my video for my dental school acceptance reaction video, please go check that out. And once I got my acceptance, I was like, all right, awesome. That's fantastic. I waited a few days, and then it was December the 24th, Christmas Eve. No, it wasn't the 24th. It was Christmas Day, the 25th, I think. I got a text message, or not a text message, I'm sorry, an email from Howard University stating that I received their full tuition scholarship that night. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to go get that Cordoba. So, where were we? All right, so, yep, it was December the 24th or Christmas Day, one of the 2 days. So you guys will see in this video. to verify, but I got an email from Howard University, and they stated that, congratulations, Malachi Wright. It's with our privilege that we offer you our, I think it's called the Dean Scholarship. I forget the name of the scholarship, but they offered me a full tuition scholarship. The thing was, the full tuition scholarship for Howard University was for the first year of dental school, so it wasn't something that was going to be continued. It was just for the first year of my dental school journey, which, I mean, at the end of the day, is really great, because really great that I got that scholarship. And I remember like showing my girlfriend that email. We were in our Christmas pajamas, and she was like, wow, like that's so awesome. And we were super excited because I was trying to figure out where I was going to go. And she got a scholarship for PT to University of Maryland Eastern Shore. But you know, we both ended up at University of Maryland, Baltimore. And which I believe is going to be a great decision for both of us. But yeah, that's my story about how I got a full tuition scholarship to Howard University. For those pre-dents out there, just know you don't need to be perfect in order to get scholarships to dental school or to be a competitive applicant to get into dental school. You just need to know how to elucidate your experiences and optimize your lived experiences, and you know, make yourself as unique as possible and just be as genuine as possible. I think that a lot of students get caught up on GPAs and DAT scores, and although they're important and although you want to be competitive, you got to make sure that you're able to talk about your experiences and how they relate to the passion you have for pursuing your career. And a lot of the medical students specifically that I tutor don't understand how to make that connection between having those experiences and how they are motivated to pursue a career in medicine or dentistry or whatever it is. So once you learn how to figure out how to elucidate your experiences to where it's engaging and where you're talking to an individual about what you were doing and how impactful it was, and reviewing yourself as an overall candidate rather so than just being numbers, you'll optimize your chances of getting into dental school and get to where you want to be, whatever school you want to be at. Also, guys, I think it's an important thing to note that this scholarship that I received from Howard University is not a scholarship that you apply to. It's not a scholarship that you can submit an application for. It's a scholarship where the school will determine whether or not you will receive that scholarship based off of merit, based off of your overall application, whatever it is. So it's not something that you submit an application for. Although you submit an application to dental school, they use your dental school application to see if you are applicable for the scholarship, and they award the scholarship that way. And again, it's not only about statistics, it's not only about stats. You can get a scholarship based off of what you're doing in the community, your holistic application, and you know, just your person as a whole. So don't think that there's an application that you need to apply for just to get this scholarship. I just wanted to clarify that point for you guys. So I did not apply to any separate scholarship. Jeez, that dude's lights are super bright. But yeah, I did not apply to any separate scholarship to get this scholarship. It was a scholarship that was given to me based off of my application that I submitted for the school holistically. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for my videos coming up in the next few weeks. We're gonna have some vlogs going on. We're gonna have some conversation with my girlfriend going on. We're gonna have my brother and I goofing off in law school. So please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with a friend so that they can get this amazing content, and stay tuned for future videos. I'm coming out with videos every single week of a dental student at the University of Maryland striving to maintain a part-time job, be in dental school, be in a full-time relationship, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So stay tuned for this journey, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.